Hi folks, it's Switchback. If you like taking your dog with you in nature, you might have concerns about wildlife. Unfortunately, dogs can escalate encounters, and so I wanted to offer some ways to reduce the risks and to help keep everyone safe. For some general advice about wildlife encounters, be sure to check out this video. In the description, I'll include some links for resources for more information on this. In general, the smaller the pet, the bigger the risk, because more animals will potentially see them as prey. Keep any pet foods inside if possible, and at least supervised if it's outside. Dawn and dusk are the times that most animals are out feeding, and so avoiding those times can reduce your risk. You can carry bear spray if your dog is attacked and you need to interfere. If you're camping, keep your dog inside with you. Anytime that you are inside, do not leave it tied up outside or free roaming outside. In general, it's best to keep your dog on a leash or have impeccable recall and keep them in your immediate vicinity. Train them not to bark, or at least to stop barking on command. You can try things like a snake avoidance course for specific animals. Keep your dog on trail, especially in heavily wooded areas. There are protective vests out there to help protect against coyotes and birds of prey, and you can research for yourself the effectiveness and feasibility of using one of these. Now let's get into some specific animals, starting with bears. A barking or lunging dog can make a bear feel as though that dog is a threat. Carry bear spray and stay aware of your surroundings. If you see a bear, turn around before your dog can get agitated. If your dog is attacked, don't go in there and try to rescue it because you will get attacked. You can try using a hose if that's something that's accessible to you, or bear spray to try to break up the fight. Next, let's talk about wolves. Wolves can be drawn to a dog that's in heat. So it would be a trip where you'd want to either cancel the trip or leave that dog at home. Intact male dogs are more likely to seek out a female wolf than other dogs would be, so keep a close eye on them, or spay and neuter. Use loud noises to scare off any wolves that do approach. For snakes, consider doing a snake avoidance course to teach your dog to leave it alone and turn away. According to my research, rattlesnake vaccines have not been shown to be effective enough to outweigh the risks, and they've only been shown to be effective against the western diamondback rattlesnake, and the efficacy is, you can research for yourself how much, but that's the only species that it has shown to help with. Try to keep your dog out of tall grasses and try to keep them from sticking their noses into rock crevices, stumps, holes, and anywhere else that snakes might like to hang out. If your dog experiences a bite, get them to the vet ASAP and call ahead to see if they have anti-venom medications. For birds of prey such as hawks, eagles, and owls, avoid leaving a small dog out unattended. Hawks can't carry more than their own weight, which is about 4 pounds, but they can do a lot of damage. Owls can carry 2 to 3 times their weight, and they tend to be silent when they fly. For coyotes, a dog that's left alone is more likely to be attacked, so keep your dog supervised. And haze any coyotes that get close by yelling, honking your horn or an air horn, and or throwing things in its direction. For porcupines, keep your dog from approaching. If they do get quilled, take them to the vet immediately. Do not try to remove the quills and do not leave them in place. They've actually been known to penetrate internal organs because of the way that they operate, and they move their way into the skin even further as they are there. Your dog needs immediate medical professional treatment. Skunk sprays tend to happen when a dog has approached, so keep your dog away. If your dog still pursues the skunk even after being sprayed, a skunk can do a lot of damage with their teeth and their claws, so seek medical treatment. If your dog was sprayed in the face, they may have it in their eyes or they have inhaled it, and in that case, they may need medical treatment. I'll leave a link below to Cornell University's recommendations for home and commercial treatments for having been sprayed. Wild pigs and boars can get aggravated by a barking dog, so keep them away. Notice a trend. Keep your dog supervised and protected. If they come at you, take your dog with you to climb up something, up a tree if you really have to, or on top of a vehicle or a boulder where those pigs cannot get to you. If your dog is attacked, fight back as best you can. I have a whole playlist about taking your dog hiking and camping, including putting together a dog-specific first aid kit. Thank you so much for watching. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!